Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Let's talk about Carly and Peyton. I'm gonna be honest, Peyton has just been, um, from jump, she's pissed me off. And so when she came to Carly after telling her the bad news, and Carly's like, why I have nothing to talk to you about. Like, why, you just want to sit there and rub it in my face. Like, you're just that much of a petty, disgusting human being. Peyton is like, no, I want to sit there and apologize. And she gives her this whole run of the mill apology story. And I'm like, are you kidding me? First of all, the fact that Carly was actually buying her BS just, I feel like in so many ways it undermines Carly's character. Okay? Because either one, she is faking an apology that you can see a mile away, and she's probably setting Carly up for something worse. Or two, does it really matter? Does it really matter? She knew what her husband was doing to Carly, who was a minor at the time. There is no apology in the world that can make up for what her slimy, disgusting of a demon husband did to Carly. So even if it was true, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hold any water, no weight or anything like that. It doesn't, and it more just shows you just how much of a terrible human being that she is. But yeah, she lays it on thick. She's like, oh, I'm sorry for this and how I treated you. You know, you and Reese are sisters, and I considered you like a daughter or some crap that she said. And Carly was like, yeah, Reese was my sister. And I'm like, Carly, people have always have always complimented Carly on her instincts. And I'm like sitting there saying myself, so your BS meter is just what? It's on the fritz right now? Like what's good? Like I don't you seem like you buying into what this chick is saying. What's wrong with you? You getting soft or something? Like what's good? Meanwhile, Bobby is having a pointless scene with Drew because it's what happens when, when they're obligated to sit there and do a certain amount of scenes. You have this waste of time scene of Bobby talking to Drew about how good um, Drew is for Carly, and Carly is holding up her front, and she's not doing as well as she should be, as much as she's snipped there letting on. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, did we really need your commentary to confirm that Carly's not doing well, or do you just think that the audience is that stupid? Because one is this point is just a waste of time. Two, it's insulting. And I don't know which one is worse. Um, no. The insulting part is definitely worse. That's definitely worse. So after pretty much wasting time talking to Bobby, he went downstairs. Now, he got the full story about what happened, so we went down there to comfort Carly, and Carly was sitting there talking about how she failed Virginia. And, at first, I was like, Carly, you do realize that you're in Florida, right? That there are thousands and thousands of other places that I'm pretty sure your mom would accept as far as a final resting place. So I'm sorry, why are you so upset? In the beginning, that's how I felt. Then Carly started talking about the regrets that she had. I think on some level we all get that. We all understand that. Even if you're not a Carly fan, which I know there are some people that's not, I'm pretty sure that we all in our lifetime has regretted things, especially in that area. So I felt for her. It was nice seeing that side of Carly. We always see I don't want to sit there and say cartoony version, but plotting and scheming and getting back at somebody, revenge and Da 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 da, super confrontational, all that good stuff. Okay, we're used to seeing that. But seeing this side of Carly is pretty interesting. And again, I think it's a story that we can all sit there and relate to. But then after that, Carly was like, "Oh, I have a brilliant idea, and I don't think that we lost yet." I'm like, "Oh, we're still going back to that. Okay, that's cool. We have some character development, so I'll take it before we go back to whatever this Wonderland BS is. So okay, that's fine." Matt, Cody, and Felicia sat around Metro Court, sat around and talked about Cody Bells and Dominic for about a good 20, 30 minutes. Scotty the whole time was like, "Nah, it's a bad idea. You don't want to get to know that guy. I mean, he sucker punched me." And Mac was like, didn't you decide not to press charges?" So that's pretty much what they did. Sky's against the idea. Felicia's for the idea. Mac is just kind of playing a show. Um, Rick comes to Cody and is like, "Hey, you've been ghosting me. I'm going to give you one more chance." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that sounds." you know, let's just skip that part. Um, but Cody opened up a little bit about why he's so hesitant about getting to know Mac. He has a past, and he feels that Mac is such a just perfect guy that he feels that he's going to get rejected. That he's not going to stand up to whatever perfect picture that they painted Mac in. Now, apparently, Mac has had a past. He was a mercenary. He did some stuff. Okay, he has a little bit of a past himself. Um, But Britt convinces Cody to get the DNA test. He calls up Mac. He's like, "Hey, let's set it up." So that's the thing. Let's talk about Lucy for a minute. Lucy is coming across as extremely arrogant. Okay, she's all like, "No." At first, she's like, "Well, you need me. I can get you vital information. This, that, and the third." And then she just starts like I don't know where she got this level of confidence from. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's bad, but she's all like, "Oh, I got Victor wrapped around my finger, and I'm toying with him, and I can get you exactly what he wants." And the whole time, I'm like, you do realize? I mean, granted, she doesn't realize, but the whole time, Victor is sitting there listening to this idiot brag and boast about how she got Victor right where she wants him, and the whole time, Anna's like, "Yo, you need to sit there and chill out. Like, you're done." Now, of course, Lucy did ask an important question. She was like, "Well, why didn't you pull me out once I got information on Valentine?" I'm not going to lie, I don't remember what kind of answer she gave, but, you know, Anna's like, "Yo, listen, I'm going to take you out. Like, you're done, so that's it." Lucy's like, "Yeah, I told Martin everything." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. So now you put a target on Martin's back. That is just that is just great, Lucy. You are something else." Um, at some point, Valentine comes in. He's talking about not seeing Charlotte for X amount of time and blah, 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 blah. The usual song and spiel and everything. Victor's like, "You know what? Listen, you've been loyal. So, I'm going to let you see Charlotte." "No, no, no, no. There's a catch. You leave in an hour. You're not telling anyone. You're going alone. And you're going with my security detail. If you don't do it now, you're just not going to do it at all." Now, when Valentine leaves, Victor's like, "Yeah, we need to sit there and recreate that cable accident. The one that killed Luke. Luke, who is the legend, off screen. Yeah, they killed a legend, an icon, off screen. You know, when this whole storyline finishes up and we actually get to the whole Luke thing, if they killed this icon off screen, you understand just how embarrassing and just how much of an epic fail that they're doing. Yeah, I get it. There's certain people that don't like Luke for, well, legitimate reasons, okay? I understand why they don't like Luke. But, love him or hate him, he was a legend. My parents remember him. My dad still remembers him. Um, the wedding and everything like that. You can ask any. I bet you if you sat there and you did a survey, like every fifth person would know who Luke is. When you sit there and say Luke and Laura, they know who you're talking about. Yeah? Sit there and kill off him off screen? I mean, I don't even have the words to describe just how much of an epic fail it is. But it's definitely up there. Okay? It's up there. Now towards the end, um, Lucy, still feeling herself, decides to go to Victor's place. And the whole time, Victor's like, oh, that was cool. All right, so y'all doing this to me. Y'all trying to play me like a fiddle. Okay, I got y'all. Ooh, what kind of good retaliation am I gonna sit there and do? What kind of fun plans I gonna sit there and have for like all y'all deaths? Like what kind of things I'm gonna come up with? Then Lucy just shows right up. I'm like, I mean, unfortunately, they're not gonna kill Lucy off. They'll put her in some danger. She'll sit there and realize just how stupid she came across. For that they're trying to outsmart a man who has been scheming and plotting on a larger scale for years. So we'll see a little bit of dangerous elements, but I don't know. I guess in some ways that's what makes, that's kind of one of the drawbacks is when you've been watching the show for so long and you're not just kind of like watching it like while you know, put in your dishes, do your dishes, your laundry, or whatever. Like you're watching it. There are certain players that you're just not going to take off. Lucy has been on there for, we'll just sit there and say eons, okay? She's been on there for quite a few centuries. Um, so she's not going anywhere. Anna, she's not going anywhere. Valentine, well, that's up for debate, okay? It's like, if they kill off Valentine, he still has a job playing something called the villains with a terrible mustache. So if you want to sit there and get your Valentine fix, well, get used to watching the terrible mustache that comes with it. I know I'm not joking. If for anyone that think I'm joking, I'm being dead serious. Well, I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else that happened or, pertinent information. So with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.